One of the kind of dominant conversations on the UIC campus is about diversity. And so, can you think for a moment about where you fall in that conversation as a student abroad? You have your own identity here, either that you have created or others have created about you. How did that change, if at all, when you were abroad?
I think I was the only Mexican American student in my program. I guess that was pretty interesting to a lot of the local people. I would be walking around and they would ask me, "Oh, so you're American?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I would just talk about my parents immigrated to the United States from Mexico, and then that would be a conversation starter in itself. And they're like, "Oh, we never had Mexican food," so some people they would invite me over to their home, and then I would go grocery shopping with some of the with the old ladies, and then they would buy a bunch of groceries, and we would go over and then cook some Mexican food, and then they would teach me. They taught me how to cook some tagine, some couscous, and things like that. So it was really interesting.
So, like I said, I connected with like all the kids at the synagogue in the area, and um, what what I noticed was how differently they lived their Jewish lives than how I did, and how like there are such stark differences from America to France, Europe in general, and like the way that things were. One particular instance was playing Draw Something. Does everyone know that game? Okay, so they were all playing it, and I was trying to explain to them that I rock that game in English, and I was saying how one of the words that we have was menorah and dreidel, which are Hanukkah and things like that, and they were shocked that like that could possibly even be recognized in part of American culture, and like that's something that I totally took for granted that I never quite realized, I guess.
At my time, like in Botswana, I really got connected with the Indian community there, and their Indian community is totally different from the Indian community here, because over there they're not really connected to their Indian roots, whereas here they're mostly families in like their first or second generations, whereas over there it's like 5 to 6 generations. So it was kind of really interesting. Like they would invite me like to the mosque and everything, and they would invite me and like ask me all these questions, and they were so surprised to see, like, let's say I'm an Indian Muslim, so like how Islam is practiced here as compared to an African country. So yeah.